live online.
6 on YouTube, 25 on Facebook.
Cool.
Hey guys, welcome. My name is Blair, and you might know this guy, Invicta Ryan Johnson. Thanks for joining me. This is my first time ever working with you.
Pleasure to work with you too. So you're only the second host that's actually taller than me on the show. Is Todd Newton and also you.
I didn't know Todd was that tall.
Todd's like about 6'2".
No
so
kidding.
what are you? Are you 6'4"?
6'5".
6'5", okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Well,
the shoes that make me look smaller.
I'm 6'2" in my good boots, but about 6 feet overall. So.
Nice. Well, nice to have you. Thanks for coming up.
Pleasure to be
I know
here.
you just finished a show with Daniel Green.
Yes.
Now you're watching on either YouTube or Facebook, and thank you for tuning in. Again, my name's Blair. Let's get into the first item because we're only going to spend a few minutes on each item.
Okay.
These are special things just for us, just for people for the after show, all right? This is item number 656893. It's from Invicta, is everything in this show. It's a 56 millimeter Grand Sub-Aqua Noma 3 Swiss Quartz Chronograph Master Calendar Watch.
Now that's a mouthful.
I just learned what a master calendar was the other day.
Okay.
No, wait, that was a perpetual calendar.
Perpetual,
thing. Yeah.
that's right.
Different. This is for $359.99. It's on 6 interest-free value payments of just $60 each. It's the only Grand Sub-Aqua Noma 3 that we have in inventory. And this is only good while supplies last. When this is gone, it's gone.
All right, hasta la pasta. So what we have is it's our 56 millimeter. We call it the Grand because the typical Sub-Aqua Noma 3 is actually a 50 millimeter. So we brought it up a 1/4 inch larger to this 56, which our customers were asking for. We've delivered on it. So you'll be able to see it all done on a silicone strap that has the metal elements. That's a part of it also. Extremely comfortable on the wrist. So what we have now in addition to that is what you get is that master calendar for the movement on the inside. It's from a company called Ronda, and the caliber is the 5040F, and this is a Swiss movement. Blair just started the chronograph, in which you see right down at the bottom of the dial. This indicates to you your fast run, or your 1/10 of a second that's a part of this timepiece. With that big second hand that's moving just past 15 seconds, that's the chronograph seconds, and then we also have a 30-minute timer that's in addition to that. But this watch is so clever. The watch will tell you the time. There's that stopwatch feature, that chronograph that will time up to 10 hours. The watch also will indicate to you the day of the week, the month of the year, and also the date of the month. So there's the day, date, and month. When we have all those different features inside of a movement, that makes this watch a master calendar movement.
But it can't tell time, though.
But it can tell time too.
Yeah.
In addition to that,
Awesome.
yes, all those great features, and it will tell the time.
I'm going to spin it around so you can see the back of this.
Yeah, the case back on this I really like. We have that Invicta yellow, that medallion case back that you'll be able to see. It says Grand. You'll be able to see the big dragon, which is the logo for this collection out there, this series, the Noma series, that's all a part of this timepiece. Now, with this watch being larger, at that 56 millimeter, with the patent design that we have for the case, and then also just the integrity of this timepiece, it's 500 meters of water resistance. So this watch is above and beyond professional dive specs. It's been over-engineered 300 meters above that to 500 meters of water resistance for this watch. Now this is a big timepiece. I see Blair has on one of our Sea Wizards in that grand size, that 56 millimeter. He's wearing then in the silicone version, about the same size out there. And Blair, what do you think about that silicone strap with this watch?
I have not got one of these silicone straps myself, but
Okay.
I noticed the first thing I noticed when I put it on is it's the comfort.
Yes.
It feels silky smooth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does have those metal elements, but they're not touching my skin underneath. I can't feel them if they are.
Right. And well, how we've engineered it is, the metal elements will actually be just tucked under a little bit. There's what we call a channel system, as you'll be able to see on both sides of the strap. See how this channel system rises up a little bit more on each side? And then when you talk about those metal elements that have been placed in, they're flush along everything too, so nothing is protruding and actually touching the wrist then on the watch.
This is from Invicta. It's a 56 millimeter Grand Sub-Aqua Noma 3 Swiss Quartz Chronograph Master Calendar Watch. It's item number 656893. It's on value pay, 6 interest-free value pays, as is everything in this little YouTube show on 6 interest-free value pay, $60. It is the only Grand Sub-Aqua Noma 3 in our inventory currently. Hey, we started out with 100 of these. Mm-hmm. We are down to fewer than 14 to go around. Actually,
Okay.
exactly 14 to go around. If you want to pick up on these, We're not going to be able to get any more of these. We're going to spend another 30 seconds allowing you to think about this for a minute. But we are going to be moving on to another 3 or 4 watches with Ryan here. He was kind enough to come up right after his show with Daniel Green. You are also coming up on the Bulldog Shopping Network this weekend, right?
I'll be on the Bulldog Shopping Network this weekend for sure at 11 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. I have the Invicta Power Play that goes until 8 to 11 Eastern, and then from 11 until midnight, I'll be on the Bulldog Shopping Network with more and exciting watches.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks. There it is. There it looks like online. You can see more pictures of it from online. Ooh. I like this one.
And the only color choice we actually have is the black that goes along for this Grand Sabacua Noma 3. Yeah, looks like you found something maybe to add to your collection, Blair?
I do. I have a couple. I've been collecting Invictas for probably about 6 years now.
Okay.
So I got a handful of, more than a handful, we'll say. Hey, let's call out to Vic, who's watching. Yes, Powell.
Hey, Vic.
What's going on? AP, Vic, let's see who else we got. Well, thanks for joining us today,
We
guys.
appreciate you guys coming over off your lunch break and joining us here after the show I just had with Daniel. Again, if you guys, this is Blair, new host here at the
Brand
network,
new.
But you've been behind the scenes for years here.
10 years now.
Okay.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
What happened that got me out here? I don't know. Hey, this is from Invicta, as is everything in the next 15 minutes. It's 663987. It is the 42 millimeter, and I'll adjust that so you have less glare. 42 millimeter automatic stainless steel bracelet watch. This is the final quantity ever. When these are gone, we will not be able to get any more in your choice of either blue or green. We have sold out of the black. We have sold out of the black, so either blue or green. We have had nearly 97 of these ordered. We're down to the last dozen. If you want to get through on these, and we're most limited in the blue.
Okay.
$119.99 is the price on this. It's on ValuePay, $20 each ValuePay. Get this home before they're gone. Ryan, what's going on with this?
Okay, so this is a vintage design. So what we do with the vintage collection of ours is it dates back decades to a similar case design, but we've just added that modern flair to it. Usually made it a little bit larger for the timepiece out there, maybe change up a couple other things, but in the bracelet. But what you'll find is we have an exhibition window on the case back of this watch. Through that exhibition window, you're going to be able to see the movement. And movement is a mechanical automatic movement. So you'll be able to see the automatic component where that rotor will actually turn in either direction, clockwise or counterclockwise. And just by simply wearing the watch, we'll turn that rotor. And when that rotor is turning, it's actually self-winding the watch, hence the term automatic. Now you can also wind up the watch via the crown, which will deliver power to it also. Now what Blair is doing is he's rotating the bezel. And this is a unidirectional rotating bezel. It'll only rotate anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. So it will tell to you it helps read the time, but it also can measure elapsed time. And customers will ask, well, why does the bezel only rotate in one direction? Well, the reason goes back to diving. You're a diver, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So when you're diving and submerging, you want to set the bezel, you want to set that dot to where your minute marker is.
Correct.
And then you know how long elapsed time is. Now, if you're diving and you happen to bump the watch underwater in the bezel, it will only rotate counterclockwise, which means that when you're referencing your timepiece underwater, you would actually come to the surface sooner with plenty of oxygen, as opposed to if the bezel went the other direction, you'd be underwater for a longer duration of time without enough oxygen.
Correct.
And that's why we have that unidirectional rotating bezel.
Divers get really easily otherwise occupied. Sharks, animals, coral reefs.
Aquatic life, yeah.
So all I do is set this dot right where the minute hand is, and then I can track. It tells me in time how many minutes I've been down. I compare this with how deep I go.
Yep.
I do my dive tables, and off I go. I can tell you how long I can be down there.
Now, now it doesn't mean that you just have to be a diver, though.
No.
You can do elapsed time for anything. It happens to be if you're at a parking meter and you put in money for 30 minutes.
That's a great
Set the
idea.
bezel so you know what time it is when you have that. You could be with a friend at the mall. You want to go to one store, somebody goes to the other store saying, hey, let's meet back in 30 minutes. Set the bezel. If you want to threaten your kids and put them on a timeout, just be like, you want me to set my bezel?
They know.
They know. So there's a lot of different uses out there too for it. But I like this design that we included for the bracelet. It's more of a unique design that will wrap around your wrist. We have that multi-link center link that carries along with the outer links. And you'll be able to see too, now Blair's been wearing this watch just a little bit, that rotor's been turning. And in a sense, what it is, it's been winding up and it's delivered enough power just to start up the timepiece there for you that goes along with the blue dial. And then right at the 12 o'clock hour marker, we have one of our former logos, which is that Invicta vintage logo.
It's from Invicta. It's 42 millimeters. It's a vintage automatic stainless steel bracelet watch. It's $119.99, but on a value pay, it's only $20. There it is online. You can see the two available colors in blue or green. Pick up your favorite color, and you might want to pick up each color because this is the final quantity that we will ever have. We are now fewer than a dozen to go around. We have a couple more from Invicta. Thank you for joining us, Invicta. Ryan from downstairs. You were working with Daniel Green.
Yep. We had a 2-hour show, and we actually gave the big announcement of the Invincible Guarantee.
Oh yeah, what's that all about?
So basically, it works as is. When you make your purchase, if you want to opt in, it's an additional charge.
Okay.
But what it does is it locks in your purchase price. And so within 5 years, you can either trade in within a group of watches that are along that same amount, so it locks in that price point. Otherwise, you can trade up, and you only pay the difference to be able to get into a newer timepiece out there. It lasts for 5 years. So if you want to get into that, we'll be doing a lot more in terms of video and promotion of it. But you can send in your watch in any sort of fashion. I mean, if you have a broken bracelet, the crystal somehow broke, you got water inside the timepiece, you can just send it back.
Anything happens to your watch.
Anything happens to your watch, you can send it back. So I mean, even if for some reason you left the crown open, because a lot of companies, they won't cover if you get water inside your timepiece, you have water inside of the watch, you can send it back to us, and there's free shipping on both sides that you get. So you don't even have to pay to send it back. So I mean, it's a brilliant program. We'll be talking about it a lot more in the near future.
So you can trade in, trade up.
Yep.
5 years.
Within 5 years, yes. So it's a great deal, and we'll just explain more of it too. And I truly believe our customers are going to take advantage of this on a number of their purchases.
Unbelievable. 662-892. This is from Invicta. It's 45 millimeter Pro Diver automatic paracord nylon strap watch. It's $109.99. It's on value pay of $18.33. It's 67% off the price, and this is the final quantity ever. Now, you're looking at it right now, and you see a gorgeous blue, and this is only available in blue, dial, but let me show you what really makes this exceptional. Look at the paracord strap.
Yes, the paracord strap dates back to the World War, where parachuters would be jumping out with their parachutes and that cord, and it was a tactical device that you can use in different forms of survival out there when you're left alone or survival situations. So we've included that. It's been all wound up here for you that carries along for the timepiece, and then we include in the strap design on the back. So it's just a layover strap that goes along and will fit larger wrist sizes all the way up to about that 8 3/4 of an inch for the wrist. We include in the same movement that we just had in the Pro Diver Vintage before. It's that NH35A with a 41-hour power reserve that's all included. And you notice with that mechanical automatic, notice that sweeping second hand that's just approaching 30 seconds here. What that does is it's part of that mechanical automatic. That movement is moving. That hand is starting and stopping 6 individual times every single second, or 21,600 vibrations every single hour that makes up this watch. We have the Invicta Blue, that's for that dial, in contrast to all the whites for the arrow-shaped hour hand, for the sword-shaped minute hand that are inside. It's very easy to be able to look down and tell the time inside of this 46 millimeter with a quick glance.
I'm going to try this on, Ryan, if you don't mind.
Okay, go right ahead. So, and do you know your wrist size, Blair? I'm going to say you're probably maybe a 7.5.
For as much of a freak as I am height-wise, my wrists are relatively petite.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm probably 7 1/4, 7.5.
Okay. So you can see this watch on Blair's wrist right now again, and you can just simply tighten that up. It's almost like a helmet design. How do you take that strap and you go around the buckle and everything?
Yep.
Like a helmet, snowmobile helmet, motorcycle helmet is how you actually strap that watch around your wrist. So again, I love the clean layout that we have included in the dial. The bezel is black, and that black with the white contrast again makes it easily readable. And we take that paracord strap to match up with that bezel design in terms of both the black and the white that's included for this watch.
It's 662-892, 662-892. It's from Invicta. It's a 46 millimeter Pro Diver. That's the case and the style. Automatic paracord nylon strap watch. This is the only paracord one I have seen. We probably had others, but I've not seen them.
We've had a couple other versions, but it is very rare for us. So this is one of the select models that we've actually included in that paracord strap that goes around the wrist here for you. So it's one of those unique variations. I like that it's a very safe bet in terms of it being with the Pro Diver collection, dating back almost 30 years with us at the company, tried, true, and tested. To maybe just stand out, have something different within your Invicta collection out there. You know, we have the bracelets, we have the straps, we have the leather straps, the silicone straps that carry along. The paracord is something truly unique. And when you open up your Invicta collection, that however you store your watches, I believe that paracord strap will definitely be a standout feature amongst your entire collection.
Something I should let you know, we've had 300 of these ordered since it debuted, and we only have about 24 remaining. So if you want to pick up on that, go ahead, drop it in your cart. Use your app. If you haven't got the app, download the app. The ShopHQ app works beautifully. I use it all the time. It is from Invicta, 46 millimeter Pro Diver automatic paracord nylon strap watch, and I'll show you that again. It's paracord in the back. I'm Blair, by the way. It's nice to meet you if you've never seen me before. I just started as a host about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I'm here with Marty McFly, and we're going to be...
That's the second time today. That's the second time. That's twice.
Sorry, I thought.
Well, see, I thought it was going to be Waldo because I had.
Oh yeah, well we couldn't
that
see that one. Yeah.
But and how can people follow you on social media, Blair?
You can find me at ShopHQ Blair on Facebook or at ShopHQ Blair on Instagram.
Okay, and I'm Invicta Ryan on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. There's Blair's Instagram handle right there. Give him a follow. Look at that.
I'm going to take off. This is the watch I've been wearing since this morning when I was offering women's fashions in two different shows.
So I have a question for you. Do you miss the beard? Because you had a beard for a long time.
I did have a beard. It's in there. It's in my Facebook or Instagram in there somewhere.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I do. I like anything that covers up my face has got to be good, right? That was what I loved about that. I could cover up more of my face.
Did you feel like a total baby face then?
I did. Yeah. Well, my wife was like,
"Who are you?"
Yeah. It was. I mean, she was cool with it for a little while, but
well,
there's a little bit. That's when I started beard with Paula Dean, who I think I'll be working with this Saturday.
Oh,
by
great!
The way. Yeah,
excellent.
And she will be on in the Sizzle, which is coming up on Sunday with Laura Duffick. So she has a slow cooker, but it's a multi-cooker, so you can sear in a bunch of different things. It's great things.
Very cool.
This is the watch I've been wearing all day. It's item number 660784. It's from Invicta, 54 millimeter Sea Wizard Grand Quartz multi-function bracelet watch. It is $109.99 or $18.33 on an interest-free value pay. It was over $380. It's 72% off. These are the final quantity. Once these are gone, these are gone. It is, by the way, we've had over 300 of these ordered since its recent debut, and we have fewer than 100 to go around.
Okay, if you want to go a little bit more classic, look at the black or the charcoal version. You want to step up something different in your collection. You want to be noticed a little bit more. Look at that beautiful green. Now we've taken the Sea Wizard design and we've bumped it up 10 millimeters, almost a half of an inch. I mean, this is a dramatic increase in terms of the size that we make for this watch. And as the Sea Wizard is known for, you'll be able to see that bracelet. And the bracelet is that mesh bracelet that just carries through. I mean, it's a very wide bracelet stemming at 26 millimeters or just over an inch that wraps around the wrist. However, we include in links at the very end, so you can size that bracelet down and have it fit your wrist size that carries along. But we actually had an Italian jeweler design that bracelet for us. It's so finely woven. You'll be able to see as that clasp enclosure goes over. We have that upgraded clasp enclosure. We call it that scissor style deployment closure. I mean, this is a brilliant timepiece to get on the wrist for under that $110 mark.
I had this one sized for me so that you could see what it would look like, and I'm going to try this on again, Ryan, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Because I
I'll put it on
thought,
green.
you know, I looked at it when I was back looking at these watches this morning, and I looked at it and I thought, this is fantastic with this pink shirt.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. I mean, you have that pop of color that goes along with it. And then, you know, just a little bit more, I would say you want to stay safe, go with that charcoal that Blair has on. You want to stand out just a little bit differently. Try that green that I actually have on my wrist out there. You know, how we do with the lugs, how they drop over, it's going to fit a variety of wrist sizes for you. And again, at 54 millimeters, it's the largest Sea Wizard that we've ever created. Now with the movement on the inside, it's the ISA, or some people pronounce it ISA, which will tell you the date of the month. It'll tell you the day of the week with those two different subdials at the 9 and also 3 o'clock position. And then underneath those two different subdials, you'll be able to see the little sun that's popping up in that unique sort of cutout that goes along. That's yet again another complication inside of this watch, and that is your AM PM indicator. So in the evening hours, you'll actually have the moon that shows. During the daytime hours, that sun will show with this watch.
It's a gorgeous looking watch, and this is, again, it's all gold tone. So your choice is either charcoal or green. This is Ryan, I'm Blair. You've probably never seen me before. I've been around, don't worry, I've been watching you. I know exactly who you are, right? Speaking of which, I think we have some more people checking on the line. Kenny is checking in. Thanks for watching, Kenny. ES and Vic, always there. I think, is that the ES I was watching on Bulldog the other night? When
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, how about it? Item number 660784. It is from Invicta. It's 54 millimeters of love. It's a Sea Wizard Grand Quartz Multifunction Bracelet Watch. $109.99, or on an interest-free value pay, $18.33, 72% off. And Ryan is going to take us, anytime you watch Invicta, when's your next Invicta show on ShopHQ?
You know what? That's going to be tomorrow. I know Justin's on here tonight. I'm back on tomorrow. I can tell you in just a moment. I have it in my iPad.
No problem.
I'm always flying by the minute. Sometimes some calendar changes, but I'll let you know here before the end of the show.
Unlikely. So I think this is our last watch.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that right? That is.
Oh, it is.
So
There we
thanks
go.
for joining us. This video is going to live on in perpetuity on YouTube, so you will get to go back and refer to it for whatever reason you may want. Thanks, Ryan. I really appreciate you
pleasure
joining
working
me.
with you for the first
It's my
time.
first time.
Look forward to the next time.
Always glad to have you for my first time.
All right. Thank you. Take care, everybody.